right, welcome back to the war. Now, it has been a couple of turns since I last had you guys here. Let's get rid of that stuff there. And I guess things are strangely kind of in the same position as we were last time. Basically, we still have an Empire army bearing down on us, but it is no longer the army of Ulrich Kazlane, it's the Emperor himself. Oswald has moved from the Moot to Fort Obersteyr. He actually was in the Moot for a while there, because I thought Kazlane was going to attack it there. But Kazlane retreated back, and Karl Franz has stepped forward, and only Fort Obersteyr is currently in range. So I was thinking maybe he'll attack there. Of course, it was just as I started building up this unique landmark building, which would have made Fort Obersteyr a far more defensible place, but I guess it is too late for that. It does have a sturdy garrison, I think. Let's see, apart from the army, of course, that's in it. Oh, honestly, not really. It's basically the same garrison that we've been dealing with up to this point. For some reason, I thought it was a bit tougher. Maybe it was because... I mean, it is a level 3 settlement. Okay, well, anyway, I guess it has the garrison there, of course, plus the army of Oswald Barakmir, which is how I choose to pronounce that. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. I don't know if Vlad will attack or not, or if he'll pull back. I guess we'll find out. Or not Vlad. Karl Franz. Vlad is our guy. Anyway, Kazlane was in Flensburg, but for some reason he's taken like just a few steps out of the settlement. So now Vlad is actually going to get in there and take the settlement this very turn, while Ulrich is kind of off there. I actually don't know. I don't think he can reinforce it. I believe that circle there represents like his reinforcement range. So I'm pretty sure we can take it with just destroying the garrison itself, which isn't exactly very severe. And then, of course, we'll be in range next turn to have a proper fight with Ulrich, though Karl Franz might actually come back and try to help him too, though he can't quite make it back. So I guess, actually he can. It depends on what Kazlane then does. And of course the Changeling is just standing in the middle of all these armies going, ha ha ha, none of you could do anything to me, ha 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 ha. Posner is back. I think I mentioned that she had suffered an unfortunate case of failing to kill people, or wound them, or whatever it was.
I don't serve.
So hopefully she'll be able to pick off someone next turn as well. That would be nice. Sadly, we have lost our quote-unquote friends, the Skull Takers. They were defeated in 2 big battles against the elves, the Wood Elves here under Orion, and he crushed them, and so now they are gone. Very unfortunate. I'm hoping to get some kind of alliance with the Disciples of the Maw, since they don't like the factions that I'm at war with. I need to start with the non-aggression pact, but I don't even have that yet. But hopefully with a couple of battles here, maybe I can get that. I'm also hoping that the elves sort of just leave and go back to their own territory, because their enemies are no longer here. No one here but us undead. So you can leave now. Thank you. Goodbye. I think that's actually everything. So I guess let's just go ahead and get right into the battle to retake Flensburg here. And this should be a sharp battle.
Let the slaughter begin.
All right, welcome to the battle. One that promises to be quite short. My flying units are attacking their one and only ranged unit there in the back, and they're going to be obliterated. Cavalry are going out on the right and the left flanks, while the infantry charges in the middle here. Crypt Horrors are somewhat slowly walking behind here. I actually forget about the corpse cart. It stays back there until the end of the battle, which will be momentarily. I send the Crypt Horrors in, and then the cavalry, now behind the enemy, starts charging forward. And honestly, just like that, the battle is basically over. But no, really, the battle is actually over. We've gotten the end battle screen, or not screen, option has already shown up. And so now it's just a matter of eating the remaining enemies. Once again, having to pull my units out here to allow the blobbing to diminish. You know, the crypt horrors seem to be able to attack enemies pretty decently when they're blobbed up like this. I wonder if they're a good unit for, well, not chasing down routers necessarily, but if they're already blobbed up like this, maybe I should have had them continue attacking. Basically, I send the Vargeist after that routing unit over there, and I sent the Black Knights and the Dire Wolves to attack these units, but as you can see, all I've done is create a new blob of units that are not attacking each other. So I sort of have to do it again, where I pull units out. Actually, I think I have to do it like 2 or 3 times, where I pull units out of here, let them unblob, deblob, if you will, and then send units after them. The Stalkers were able to disengage there. And there go the Vargeists. In fact, you know what? Let's watch the Vargeists come in here and eat the enemy. So we don't need to see below the ground. What is below the ground in this battlefield? The sky, by the look of it. Yep, that about eliminates them. You see, this is what I mean. You see how they're, even now, having told them to unblob, they're still kind of blobbed up. Like, it's hard for them to extricate from each other. Alright, but anyway, I think you guys have seen enough. You get the point here, so I will let you go, and I will see you back on the campaign map. Alright, so here we are back on the campaign map. Obviously, that battle was basically instantaneous. We'll just go ahead and reoccupy it here. And I guess that's basically it here, though I did want to mention one thing really quick. I realized it during the battle, and I didn't think of it while we were talking about the campaign map stuff. You might have noticed that Vlad's army has had a bit of an upgrade. The spearmen were replaced with graveguards with halberds. Let's see, we lost, or not lost, I disbanded one of the Reaper units so that I could have another Vargeist unit, as well as one of the Bat units, so that's why we have 3 Vargeist units there. And we were missing a corpse cart, but I decided to pick up a Crypt Horror unit instead. And let's see, I think the cavalry are basically just as they were. I got these through the Raised Dead mechanic, or the Raised Dead pool that was here, and I think I showed it to you guys before I left last time. So anyway, the point is that I forgot to mention that we had upgraded Vlad's troops, and so I thought it was worth mentioning that his army was a bit more substantial and a bit more expensive than it was before. So anyway, very short battle, but I really wanted to also update you guys on the campaign map because I assume Karl Franz is either going to attack Fort Obersteyr or he's going to retreat back now that Vlad is in hot pursuit of him and his other forces here. But anyway, I will let you guys go for now, and I will bring you back as the war continues. All right, welcome back to the war. So, Karl Franz has not attacked Fort Obersteyr, as you can see. Hopefully that means we'll get these buildings built up and Oswald unharmed, because we may need him very soon. Actually, we'll almost certainly use him regardless of what happens in the coming battle. And actually, to be honest, there's not much really to discuss on the campaign map. The elves did leave, so hooray, we're not going to acquire yet another enemy quite yet. We have a new savage orc tribe. I think these guys are like the Skull Takers, basically, but they've just sort of appeared here now. So maybe we can get some use out of them as well, just like we did with the Skull Takers. That'd be nice. But let's get right to the meat of the matter here. So, Carl, why do I keep saying one name instead of the other when I'm referring to the wrong person? Anyway, Vlad von Karstein is here at Flensburg, where we left him last turn. And he is now under siege. Ulrich Castellane is besieging him. And unfortunately, Karl Franz was able to, through force march, get close enough that he actually will reinforce Ulrich in the coming battle. You can see the line there basically denoting that. So Vlad is going to have to fight both of their armies at the same time and win. We do have a couple of advantages. First off, because Karl Franz used the forced march stance, it looks like his units will be quite tired. And also, if he loses the battle, he'll lose his army, which, I mean, that's great and all, but he has to actually lose the battle first. So, you know, one thing at a time. But I do like the fact that he'll be tired, like his army will be tired. That should give us at least something of an advantage. Basically, I'm hoping when we attack Ulrich here, we can quickly, somewhat quickly at least, obliterate his force before Karl Franz gets onto the field. Oh, but the other thing, the other advantage we have is Posner is back, as I think I already mentioned. And she was able to take out the Empire captain. So that's one less hero for them to have, though I can't help but feel that if she hadn't somehow been wounded with like a 2% chance the first time, we would have been able to take out all three of their heroes instead of just one, but oh well, it is what it is. Terrible luck. So, oh, and of course, Vlad is going to start losing troops if we stay here, so obviously we can't stay here. We do have to attack, I think. I'm also... Karl Franz would almost certainly go back to regular stance next turn, and then we would lose whatever opportunity we might have to basically defeat him while his army is tired out. I mean, heck, they may very well attack us next turn if I were to not attack them this turn, just because they would, you know, pretty drastically outnumber us. They have a lot of units. All right, but anyway, let us not delay any further. Close defeat, high casualties. Oh, I forgot about the garrison. Ah, we have some sacrifices. Excellent, excellent. Very, very few sacrifices, I have to admit, but, you know, we take what we can get, right? All right, but anyway, let's just jump right into the battle. All right, welcome to the battle. So I'm actually going to open up the interface here for a bit. Basically, the main enemy army is down there, and the reinforcements are going to come in right behind them. They're also not going to attack us, at least not right away. What I have done, and I'll hold down the spacebar here so you can easily see it, is I've got the garrison with all of its very weak units out in front, followed by all of Vlad's infantry, followed by Vlad himself, the crypt horrors, Isabella, the corpse cart, and then behind them are the flying units. Now, all the way over here, I have his cavalry, the knights and the direwolves, basically, hiding in the trees, waiting for the enemy to attack, and then they can be attacked from behind. Of course, the problem is that they're the defenders, so they actually don't have to attack, but they will, eventually. We do have to sit here for a bit because we need Vlad, or not Vlad. Keep mixing up names. Why do I keep doing that? Karl. We need Karl Franz to bring his reinforcements in. There's a very strange sky beneath the world there. So anyway, the idea here is that I'm up on this very nice hill, and even though I'm the attacker, I want to get them to try and attack me. And it turns out it actually will not be all that hard, but we do actually run into some serious issues with our cavalry over here in the trees. And, here, it's about to happen, because I believe that's Vlad Vlad, bah! That's Karl Franz! Karl Franz! Karl Franz! That's Karl Franz coming onto the battlefield, and as you can see, the main force is starting to shift. Now, in the actual battle, I was very annoyed by what was about to happen, because I was like, why are they shifting so far over to the right? They're going to discover my troops, but it occurred to me that it was possible that they were like merging their forces, and so the main force was shifting its line right to accommodate the new arrivals. Unfortunately, they notice my troops in the trees here, and I am forced to immediately withdraw them back to my lines, though not without losses on my part. You can see my Black Knights are fleeing, as are the Direwolves and the Blood Knights. Though one of the Direwolf units, let's see, where is it? This one here. I must have misclicked and not included it in the order because they do not come right away. Now, do not worry. The unit is not lost, but it does take some unfortunate losses. Run away! And we're also being shot, as you may have just seen that black powder there, from the Outriders who pursue us back to our lines. One thing I'm curious about is that since it's raining, does that actually make their shots... Does that have a negative effect on missile fire? As you can see, some of my Blood Knights perish. And also, the Empire Knights are able to pretty easily keep up with the Direwolves, though again, they do manage to escape, though they're somewhat bloodied from the engagement. Here I thought I was being so clever, hiding them in the trees here, waiting for the Empire to then come up the hill. Ah. Oh well. You will get what you deserve soon enough. Probably. Now, something I did not notice during the battle itself was the units that were very quickly coming up the hill here, and that's because in the actual battle they were hidden. I guess the trees or something maybe caused that. But right about when they got to about here, I was able to see them. And so we do have units start to attack them soon. And we are also taking fire from the, I believe it's the mortars who are firing at us. Yes. Right here's the mortars. But anyway, I send them forward to attack the units as they are coming out of the trees here. I also send the stalkers charging down the hill to assist them. What I was trying to do was get some of their missile troops engaged so that I could kill them quickly. But I don't think it really works out very well because the either the Reichsguard or are these guys Empire Knights? No, these are the Reichsguard. They don't die. At least not quickly and easily enough. They stand firm, and so I pull the flying units back out again. And let the stalkers basically engage for a while. Meanwhile, you can see their cavalry is sweeping out to what would be our left flank. There'll be a minute or two before they get here, though. Now, since the garrison is basically non-existent, they have very few troops in each unit here, I basically send them forward to charge the units here as well. The idea is that I wanted to be able to pull back my flying units again, because you can see I sent them charging in again. I did want to bring the stalkers back as well, but I forgot about them. Don't worry, they're not lost any more than that Direwolf unit was earlier. Though it is quite the pain to extricate them and get them back up here onto the battle line. And actually, since some of the heaviest fighting is going to be over in this direction, we actually have quite a problem, or they actually do quite a bit of the fighting. And they're one of the most badly damaged units. Now, the Outriders, of course, are able to fire on our Graveguard without any return fire, as we have no units that can fire back. So the flying units are sent to go and make them pay for that, as well as the Direwolves are sent out to catch them as well. I felt pretty confident doing that just because it's all either the missile cavalry or infantry who are too slow to catch the flying units. I then send the Blood Knights through our lines to attack this unit of Empire Knights. Because they were like kind of dancing in front of our line here, and I thought it might be a good idea to try and catch them. rather than let them charge. So the Blood Knights charge them instead. I then withdraw the Blood Knights, and one of the Grave Guards with halberd units charges from the side here to basically replace the Blood Knights in attacking that unit there. Meanwhile, over here, I believe the garrison has mostly been eliminated, and it's now the Stalkers basically fighting on their own. I'm actually a little surprised I was ever able to extricate them, because they're quite badly bunched up. Oh, no, wait, there are garrison troops here. Maybe that's why. I can see dire wolves and stuff down there as well. Flying units and direwolves basically running around here. Now, this unit, it looks like a pretty solid unit of Empire Knights, but they're actually routing, which is why I'm having the bats go after them. They figure they could at least make sure that they just stay routing. And actually, that's what a lot of the flying units tend to do, is chasing down routing units and just making sure they continue to rout. There's Karl Franz himself, and actually there's Vlad as well. I did send Vlad to attack Karl Franz, but he gets distracted for a bit by some of the infantry. But don't worry, the Emperor meets his end soon enough. Right now you can see the Stalkers have managed to somewhat extricate themselves and are taking up a position up here. It looks like this blob of garrison troops is still sort of holding back / distracting the enemy. At this point, I do commit one of the units of the Crypt Horrors over here to make sure this part of the line stays intact. And I think I moved the corpse cart over there at some point, though I don't know if it's yet. Oh, wait, yes, I think it is. There goes the corpse cart now. And then I commit the other unit of Crypt Horrors as well. You see Vlad has now re-engaged Karl Franz. I did remember this time to use at least a bit of magic, and Vlad regularly is hexing Karl, basically debuffing him. Alright, some of our flying units are now coming back from their chase. You can see the bats in the distance there are still chasing the Outriders. We're basically having them attack from behind now and strike some of these other missile units that are back here. There's Isabella amongst the enemy. She spends almost the entirety of the battle there. Oh, I see the corpse cart has actually not moved yet. See, it's hard even for the flying units to actually catch many of the Empire, like, cavalry units. The direwolves seem to do a pretty good job of it, though, so usually they're able to catch them, and then the flying units can then engage them. Now we have the knights coming back. They were actually chasing after some of the cavalry units that they had, well, basically chased off the battlefield. And I quickly bring them back, though, because I want to make sure that we can rout the enemy here. Now, I believe, you see there's quite a bit of routing going on there, and that's because Karl Franz has met his end. Oh, dear. Where exactly is Karl Franz? He might be underneath. Maybe he's underneath the crypt. Oh, wait. Actually, maybe he is underneath the... Okay, no. He's not underneath the crypt horror. I actually don't know where he is now. But anyway, the Blood Knights and the Black Knights are now attacking these units from behind. I think they were already routing anyways. Okay, so yes, the corpse cart now has moved over to basically buff some of these units over here. Basically, we have Graveguard, Crypt Horrors, and the Stalkers fighting over here, along with Isabella herself. And you'll see this happen quite a lot, where there's Vargheists and Bats just behind the enemy lines, as it were, just attacking every which way. Same with the Direwolves. They've actually eaten the mortar team, which is why we're not being bombarded anymore. In fact, there they are, catching the Outriders, so that the flying units can assist and take them out. They do seem to be a pretty good combination that way. Now, of course, the enemy still has quite a lot of units, but most of the units you're looking at right now are actually ranged units. So archers, what are these guys? Musketeers? What are they called? Handgunners. So what I'm going to do is I need units to come down here and really just get in amongst their missile troops here, because they have, again, look at how many they've got. Quite a lot. So the Vargeists are going to get over here in a moment and just really get in amongst them and get them to stop shooting at us. It is nice having lots of extra Vargeist units. So the enemy are basically completely in retreat here on the left flank, so I'm also charging Graveguard units to help down the hill here and also attack this side too, though it'll be a minute before they get over there. The enemy is not completely gone from over here, though. You can see there's their other lord. What's his name again? Ulrich. Yes, Ulrich. He was probably also partially responsible for the explosions amongst our lines. He does make his escape, which is fine. There's also a couple of hero units over here. There's a witch hunter there, and there's another one there. So we need to make sure to drive them all from the field as well. Graveguard now attacking this big blob from behind here. And attacking the archer units here. Vargeist still running through the trees, munching on handgunners and archers as they catch them. Many of these units are actually in retreat right now. In fact, I would say all of them are in retreat except for the ones that you still see, that you see are still fighting here. So basically all of these guys. Basically, the Karlberg Greatswords are probably anchoring this flank basically on their own, because I find out later that they are unbreakable. Cavalry rushing to and fro amongst the archers that are still here. Even this Graveguard unit is actually running amongst them. I think they actually pursue like all the way to the edge of the map, which is... here, I'll bring this up. It's right here, and so most of their units try to escape this way. And many of them are successful, but many of them are not. And with that, almost all of the enemy are routing. I was actually a little confused at this point, because I didn't understand why I didn't get this screen, the one that says, you've won the battle, and do you want to end it or not? I shouldn't say the screen. In the older Total War games, it is an entire screen, but in this game, it's just a little button at the top. But anyway, I was wondering why I wasn't getting that button. And it was because of the Karlberg Greatswords, who are still in amongst my troops over here. I actually don't notice them right away, so you can see my guys are basically like pushing into them rather than fighting them. I do realize my mistake somewhat quickly here, though, and we do start attacking them. Cavalry still running through the trees, killing many an archer. The Vargeists still running through the trees, killing many an Imperial soldier. Alright, have I realized my mistake by now? Okay, I have. Basically, all of these units are now told to attack the Karlberg Greatswords. I mean, I literally just, like, dragged and clicked, like, everyone who was in this area and said, kill them. Kill them, kill them, kill them. So the Blood Knights, the Horrors, the Cart, the Graveguard, everyone is just going for the Greatswords. A couple more of them still over there. Oh, I heard one of them scream, behead them! He's still alive wherever he is. Oh, I see him. There's one right there by the corpse cart. And he's dead. Oh, wait, there's actually a few surrounding the corpse cart. Oh, no, those are grave guard. Okay, well, anyway, the point is the great swords... Okay, now they're dead. All my units have stopped moving. So at this point, the battle has been won. I mean, literally won. I guess you could say, in a manner of speaking, that the battle had been won far before this, and it was just getting all of their units to either rout, or in the case of the greatswords, having to eliminate them. But now we have grave guards, stalkers, dire wolves, and vargeist just killing as many as we can out here in the trees. As you can see, as we pass through the trees here, you can see the many Imperials who are dead on the ground here. Alright, but anyway, I think that's actually it. You guys get the idea here, and I think the replay is about to end anyway, so I'll just let you guys go, and I will see you back on the campaign map. Alright, so there we are. Many hundreds of kills, honestly, amongst our units here. Direwolves killed many, all of the Graveguard killed many, the Stalkers killed, actually, many, compared to how much weaker a unit I think they are. I know they're a regiment of renown, but I don't think that really necessarily makes them compare too much with the Graveguard. Vargeist, the Horrors, the Wolves, though, everyone killed many. Well, again, except for maybe the Corpse Guard didn't kill all that many. And Vlad was busy hunting heroes and lords the whole time, so he also did not kill as many, but his contribution to the battle obviously was absolutely critical. Alright, so again, I believe Karl Franz's reinforcements and his army are basically eliminated. So I actually wish more of his troops had gotten away than, say, Ulrich's. Let's see, what would we like? I guess I would like army replenishment, I think. Oh, yes, because actually that brings us up very nicely. I mean, look at that over on the left. No replenishment, replenishment. That actually brings our army quite nicely back to where it was. Yep, we'll do that. All right, well, there we go. James Herzl is killed. Oh, you know, I think this keeps popping up from that mod where it tries to tell you, or I say tries, it succeeds in telling different stories and different bits of the lore that keeps popping up from time to time. I'll have to read that here in a minute. All right, but anyway, let's survey the situation here. Okay, we actually didn't lose any units. I thought we did in the battle, but I think it was just because we lost the garrison, and it almost seemed like we had lost units because of how much smaller everything was. But no. And let's see, I think basically everyone will be replenished in just a couple of turns, 1 or 2 turns, and many of them are already at full strength. So, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So now we can go ahead and we can finish off Ulrich Castellane.
Yes, my sire.
So you can't actually target another character, can you? Oh, you can. Oh, except if I were to try and do that, I would fail. So let's actually not do that, shall we? I sort of want to have Posner start picking. Oh, they only have 1 hero there. Okay, never mind then. All right, but we can have Vlad step out here and attack that guy. So we'll do that in a moment. But first, let's drop a quick temp save just in case. It would be a terrible shame if something were to crash right now, and then I had to fight that battle again.
Shed their blood.
All right, decisive victory. Very nice. So let's get in there and finish them off. All right, welcome to the battle, which I have paused here because it'll be over quite quickly. Basically, I have all of my cavalry units and flying units and monstrous units just kind of up front and center here, and they're going to charge right up the hill and go get the enemy. I also have Isabella here, right back here as well. Normally this would be quite bad, of course, but We do significantly outnumber and outpower them now, so charging up a hill shouldn't be too bad. I finally get good, in a manner of speaking, and figure out, you know what? I'm going to pull my hero units through their line. And you can see Isabella moving here. And she's going to take out Ulrich. And I believe she already cursed him, hexed him, whatever you call it. He's been debuffed. And he is down. And with that, basically, the rest of the army is going to flee here in a moment. I think the Empire Knights over here fight the longest, and even they do not fight for long. And now we need to unblob them. So once again, and I think I said this in a past battle about the crypt horrors, it seems like the Vargeist do actually attack as well, even when the enemy's kind of blobbed up like that. I wonder if that's just kind of a thing with monstrous units. Like, if you put them in a blob, they can actually still kill everyone, and so you only really need to unblob them if you want, like, your cavalry to do it. Yes, the gods have indeed abandoned you. Or perhaps they simply couldn't do anything to save you. Oh, that took care of them. Anyway, we'll just watch a few more of these guys get munched by the wolves. Oh wait, they're going for this unit. And then I'll let you guys go. I do think the wolves are a bit more effective, too, at actually taking out fleeing units. I think it's at least in part because the cavalry, like the actual horsemen, when they charge an enemy, in fact, you just saw it there, they knock them down, right? But then they don't kill them. See, that guy just got knocked down again, and he's going to get back up, and so is his buddy. I mean, I guess they eventually kill them, sure, but it seems like they have to really put in the effort to kill them because the charges don't kill them, it just knocks them down. With the direwolves, that doesn't seem to be an issue. Like, the direwolves don't really knock an enemy down when they charge, so they can just immediately start munching on them. Oh, I think one of them died. Oh, maybe both of them died. Okay, yes, both of them are definitely dead. Alright, but anyway, I will see you guys back on the campaign map. Alright, so there we are. Only a few got away, but I believe it works the way if you get attacked like a second time in a turn and lose, I believe the army is destroyed, though I guess even if they're not, it's not like there's a lot of them left. Alright, army replenishment. Okay, see, once again, that very nearly like heals all of our guys, basically, so I kind of want to do that, especially since it'll help the stalkers. But yep, and it looks like that army is eliminated, and okay, Wurtbad does have its garrison at full strength, but it is a very small garrison, and actually, if we can attack them this turn, which we can actually prevent the garrison from becoming any stronger. Yes, really, it would be a close victory with medium casualties. I mean, I guess there is a lot of them. But still, I somehow don't think that will happen. I think we will win this quite handily. So, let's just continue on as we were going and get right into this battle, too. All right, welcome to the battle. So this time it is particularly simple, I think. In fact, let's bring up the interface here for a minute. We've got all the infantry arranged in a line along this wall here, so they're all going to charge forward and put ladders against the wall and start climbing up. This gate is going to be attacked by the Blood Knights, and Vlad will be there as well. This gate is going to be attacked by the Crypt Horrors, as is this gate over here. We're also going to bring the Black Knights and the Dire Wolves forward to just kind of stand around here and wait for the gates to get opened. That way they're not, like, being shot at any point, because there's no towers or anything there. We have Isabella there, who, again, will be waiting to get into the gate. We'll have the corpse cart here. Then the flying units are going to soar right over the wall and attack these 2 crossbow units that are here. And with that, the battle begins. Now, you could have gotten a shot off before the Vargeist came in here and the bats. Very unfortunate for them. Very fortunate for me. I believe their 3rd crossbow unit is somewhere deep in the settlements, and one of the Vargeists will chew on them at one point, but that is for the future. Up the ladders go. Crypt Horrors beating on the gates. I think a swordsman unit has now joined in to try and save the crossbowmen. It's raining troops. It's raining swordsmen and crossbowmen. As you can see, the Graveguard are getting up there as well, so once I pull off the flying units, there will still be Graveguard up there, able to continue the fight. Meanwhile, the flying units will have other things to do. There's a tower going up for one thing. Also, this is actually one of the crossbow units, who I think was just on the wall a minute ago. I believe they're going to take a shot or two at the Vargeist before I notice them, and then tell the Vargeist to go get them. Oh, are they going to get off? Oh, no, actually they don't even get off a single shot. Well. This Vargeist unit, meanwhile, is heading into the settlement to go and get that other crossbow unit. Who is... yes, here they are. A little far back, but why not? The other 2 units, which is a Vargeist and a Bat unit, are going to attack the tower here once it's finished being built, which I'm pretty sure it's done being built now. Ah, it is. Oh, okay, and they are attacking now. To be honest, it takes units, the flying units, so long to destroy these towers that I wonder if it's even worth it. Like, they don't do a whole lot of damage, for one thing. Like, the Bats and the Vargeists aren't, like, very badly damaged by the tower. And I feel like, again, it takes them too long to destroy it, so I almost feel like I should just ignore the towers and use them elsewhere in the future. I mean, especially a tower like this, which isn't even, like, close to the fighting. I probably wouldn't have shot any of my troops at all. Anyway, Graveguard are up on the walls fighting the different units now that the Vargeists and the Bats have left. Now, this unit of Graveguards with halberds actually got up and was unopposed. So I send them to this gate to basically open it for us. And they'll do that momentarily. Stalkers are fighting the spearmen over here. To be honest, I don't even think Vlad or the Blood Knights really participate in this battle very much. It's opening the gates is like one of the last thing that happens over there. As you can see in the background there, the halberd unit has taken the gate. And so now I move them forward, and the crypt horrors are coming through as well. In a moment, the black knights will be through as well, and actually the wolves come through that gate too. At this point, a couple of the Vargeist units have come back from attacking the crossbow unit. Or is that one unit? Okay, yeah, that's one unit of Vargeist. First, they were far enough behind the other that I was like, wait, is that a second unit? It's very small. I don't remember losing so many Vargeists. You can see the Bat and the Vargeist unit up there are still attacking that tower. Stalkers actually do quite well over here. Or at least in the sense that they do plenty of damage and hold out and are not just like obliterated or anything. The reason I'm expressing a bit of surprise about that is because basically I think this is a Regiment of Renown version of the Skeleton Warriors. So they are a better version of the Skeleton Warriors, but they still are Skeleton Warriors. And I just didn't think that they would do so well against some of the enemy here. They are about to get a bit of help, though, I think, because that Vargeist unit... Oh, actually, they're both going to attack that unit. Oh, okay, I see. They didn't need the help, because now this unit is routing. Probably because they saw the Vargeist eat that other unit. Oh, I think the battle is actually over. I see, like, barricades and stuff have all been destroyed. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think the flying units actually destroyed the tower. I think it was the end of battle, you know, where everything gets destroyed. I think that's what destroyed the actual tower. Now, the wolves and the knights are going to be running through the streets. Actually, I think they already are to some degree. Yes, there's the knights there. The black knights specifically. The blood knights are still plinking away at this gate, and Vlad is still outside, having not really participated in the battle. I wonder if it would be worth it in future battles to maybe just send Vlad up one of the ladders with his units on the wall. Because, I mean, he could always then just get into the settlement that way, too. He can come off the wall again. So anyway, I think that's basically it. I don't think anything else of note occurs, so I think I'll let you guys go now, and I will see you back on the campaign map. Close victory. Alright, as usual, the Graveguard did better than well, okay, no, that's not true. The Vargeist did better than anyone. Graveguard did pretty well, though. Far more so than the Graveguard with halberds, I can't help but notice. So I think I did deliberately send the Graveguard to the heaviest fighting, though. The regular Graveguard, I mean. But that would explain why, I think. Right, but anyway. Let us occupy it. Fantastic. So, I guess that's basically it, honestly. I'm probably going to bring Oswald over here, because now that we've driven Reichland from our lands and destroyed their armies, obviously they're going to be recruiting more armies. So we need to get over there and really hit them while they're down, really give them a good kick in the teeth. I think I want Vlad to handle that on his own so that Oswald can be like a deterrent against any other Imperial forces, like I'm trying to... All right, there we go. Talabecland. Or against the, like, elves, for example, if they decide they want to attack. I'm pretty sure the ogres won't. We're actually getting on increasingly friendly terms. And I imagine that after these multiple battles and multiple victories against Reichland, they actually probably will like us a fair bit. What? They condemn military actions against Reichland? A minute ago, you were quite happy with it. Why do you guys like Reichland? And also, I swear that they liked that we were beating up Reichland a bit ago, and now suddenly they hate it. Huh. Well, never mind then. I guess I misread something or misunderstood something. How about you guys? Do you guys like, you guys... Okay, there we go. You guys surely love the fact that I just beat the snot out of Reichland. Okay, yes, very good. I mean, they have pretty substantial aversion to us, which is a little unfortunate. But we might still be able to get a non-aggression pact out of them. Okay, that's not too expensive. Fantastic. All right, good. So hopefully they can attack someone else, like Talabecland, for example, and not us. All right, but anyway, I guess regardless of what I do here on the campaign map, that should be it for the battles for now. So I think I will let you guys go, and I will bring you back as the war continues.